There seemed to be no meeting of minds at any point on Kashmir.
Kashmir, a land of amazing beauty, an oasis of rich and calm, has captured the imagination of poets, naturalists, historians and visitors alike. With its magnificent gardens, natural lakes, its forests and rivers, surrounded by majestic mountains, Kashmir is described with justification as the terrestrial paradise of Indies. Sadly, this unique beauty has also attracted invader after invader. Down the centuries, Buddhist, Hindu, Muslim and Sikh conquerors have poured through its mountain passes. But somehow, Kashmiriyat, the unique culture of Kashmir, has survived all invasions. In this once happy valley, with its peace-loving and crime-free people, Buddhism reached the zenith of its glory. Hinduism extended its philosophical frontiers into Shivaism, and Islam achieved a new meaning and practice in its tradition of Sufism. For centuries throughout Kashmir, Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs and Buddhists have lived together in peace and harmony, bound together by their unique culture of Kashmiriyat.
Tribals from Pakistani territory invaded Kashmir.
Despite accepting the standstill agreement, several thousand Muslim tribesmen invaded Kashmir from Pakistan. But Lord Mountbatten insisted that India could not legally send troops to fight them unless Kashmir had become a part of India. With his military forces buckling, defeated Maharaja fled lock, stock and barrel from Srinagar during the night of the 25th of October to his Dogra heartland in Jammu. Panic-stricken and desperate, Maharaja succumbed for his own safety to India's desire for having his signature on the instrument of accession in return for military intervention in Kashmir.
Units of the Indian army were rushed to Srinagar for the defense of the valley.
The tribal invasion made up his mind for him. The raiders were within 3 or 4 miles of the airport. You know, it was touch and go, literally. But it was a long and very painful trip. And by the 26th, we were in Jammu.
On the 27th of October, Dakotas ferried Indian Army battalions to Srinagar Airport to rout the tribal invaders. The airlift continued for several weeks. There is evidence that Mountbatten's support for airlift even involved countermanding the British government. When London discovered that up to 30 RAF reserve aircrew were still involved in the operation, the Prime Minister ordered it stopped. But a confidential document shows Mountbatten intervened decisively to prevent British action halting the airlift. RAF pilots remained in the air over Kashmir.
There seemed to be no meeting of minds at any point on Kashmir. We had to act fast, but I had argued strongly that Kashmir must first accede, since otherwise this action by India would be illegal.
After 3 months of intense fighting, the threat to the valley was repulsed.
But what about the accession which Mountbatten had insisted on? Without that signature, on that date, the presence of the Indian Army in Kashmir would be illegal. The date is critical. The Maharaja had to sign before Indian troops went in. For years, India has maintained that its senior official, VP Menon, got the accession papers signed on the 26th of October in Jammu. This Indian official version remained unchallenged for decades, until recently. A top-secret document by the acting British High Commissioner, Alexander Simon, appeared in the Indian official archives, and it shows that VP Menon could not possibly have gone to Jammu on the 26th of October, giving a lie to his version of the events.
October 1947, 3:30 p.m. Mr. Menon said he was leaving for Kashmir by air in 10 minutes. Without delay, I went to the aerodrome at once to try and see him before the aeroplane took off. I found Mr. Menon on the point of returning to Delhi because he had left it too late to reach Kashmir before nightfall.
It is an appalling tragedy that more than 6 decades after the partition and 3 major Indo-Pak wars, leading to massive displacement of people and loss of life, the question of Kashmir remains unresolved. It would be tragic if the next half a century of independence of India and Pakistan had to record an era of 100 years of war over Kashmir.